Hi students, today's class we're going to learn about some of the basic commands of the Cisco router. So this is for the basics. Those who doesn't know anything about the Cisco router, if they want to start a journey with the Cisco, and this video is very helpful you. See, in this video I am going to explain about what are the basic commands to configure the router. Here I just opened the Cisco packet tracer here. I just opened a Cisco packet tracer here. In this one, we're going to do the configuration. Here in the Cisco packet tracer, there is multiple devices are there. Here routers are there. Here switches are there. Hubs, wireless device, end device. There are multiple devices are there. In this one, I select a router here. That is a 1841 router. In this one, I just go to the router and add the interface of the router. How to add the serial interface? In this Cisco packet tracer, there is no WAN interface is there. WAN interface is also known as the serial interface. So we need to add the WAN interface. To add the WAN interface in the Cisco router packet tracer, just here one option is there. You can see here there is on off switch is there. Just we need to switch off. Then we need to select this WAN interface, WIC2T, and drag and drop. Drag and drop. And switch on the router. We go to the CLI. The now router is entered into the setup mode. Once it is entered into the setup mode, then we need to type continue the configuration dialog. No, I just type here no. Okay. Then press enter 2 times. Then from the setup mode, router is entered into the user mode. What does mean that greater than mode is user mode? Okay. So here I want to go into the privilege mode. Then how will you shift to the privilege mode? By typing the command enable. When I type the command enable, router will go to the privilege mode. Okay. The modes I had explained in the previous class. What is my user mode? What is my setup mode? What is my privilege mode? What is my global configuration mode? So now I am going to the privilege mode. Just type enable. I am in the privilege mode. If you check here the hash symbol. The hash symbol. Understood? To do modification, to do configuration of the router, we need to enter into the global mode. That is a global configuration mode. To enter into the global configuration mode, we need to type configure terminal command. When you type configure terminal command, it will enter into the global mode. So now it is see here global configuration mode. So in the global configuration mode only, we can made changes, configuration, everything is done in the global mode only. Okay. Now see here, we are going to see the one by one command. So what is in the first mode is the router mode, where limited number of commands only work. When you switch on the router, it is there in the setup mode. From the setup mode, we will go to the router mode. To go into the privilege mode, we need to type enable. Now I typed enable. It will enter into the privilege mode. To change the configuration here, this privilege mode is what? There is full commands work. In the user mode, only limited commands only work. There are all commands are work here, full commands. So in the configure terminal, we enter into the configure terminal. How will you enter into the configure terminal? By typing the command called configure terminal. It will enter the global mode. So now router is in the global mode. So where this is the global configuration prompt. This hash is the global privilege mode prompt, and greater than is the user mode prompt. Then we are going to verify some of the basic commands of the router. Show running configuration, display the current running configuration. Okay, display the current running configuration. I just go to the router here. To run this show command, we need to be in the privilege mode. This global mode won't work the show commands. To run the show commands, you are in the privilege mode only. Okay. For again go back from the configure terminal, that is global mode, to the privilege mode, we need to type exit here. Exit here, I am in the which mode? Privilege mode. Just paste here. Okay, enter. So now it is showing the what are the running configurations there. What is the running configuration? Okay, what are the running configurations there? Running configuration. We are not assigning anything. That is running configuration. Which one? Show running configuration command. So display the current running configuration. Show startup configuration. Display the configuration saved in the NVRAM. So NVRAM is like a hard disk in our computer. If you had saved any configuration, it showed the configuration in the NVRAM. There is no configuration is present. Why it is showing startup configuration not present? Because we are not configured the router yet. Once we are configured the router, then it will show the startup configuration. Understood? And next command is show the iOS version and device version. Yep. Show the iOS version and here this is iOS version. If you check here, the iOS version is 12.3. If you check here, iOS version is 12.3 and the device name. What is the device model name? 1841, Cisco 18141, and the iOS version is Cisco iOS version is 12.4. 12.4. Understood? So again we need to press Ctrl C from exit. What is the command here? Show the iOS version of the device information. What is the next command is show flash. Show the flash. Show flash. Show files stored in the flash memory. Show files the flash memory. Just go here, type the show flash. Here type here show flash. When I type the show flash, see this, show the files stored in the flash memory. Show the files stored in the, what are the files? How many files are stored in the flash memory? These are the files stored in the flash memory. Flash like a memory card. Here show IP into brief means what are the interfaces are there for the router? What are the interfaces are the router? What are the LAN interfaces? What are the WAN interfaces? Okay. When I type here showing IP interfaces, I have a fast Ethernet interface and two fast Ethernet interface and two serial interfaces. Two fast Ethernet interface and two serial interfaces like this. Here, the router have this is the router. This is the router, and this fast Ethernet is connected to switch. This is the fast Ethernet. Here there is connected to another network or another router. That is called as serial interface. Here when I type this command, it showing that it is all or unassigned, means we are not assigned anything. We are not assigned anything. We will going to assign the interfaces one by one. Understood? We are going to assign the interfaces one by one. Understood here? The next thing, how you assign the IP address for the interfaces. For assigning the interfaces, IP address for the interfaces, first we need to enter into the configure terminal mode. Configure terminal mode. By typing the configure terminal. Then, here we need to assign the IP address for the fast Ethernet. How will you assign the IP address for fast Ethernet? Interface and the interface number. What is the interface number here? Fast Ethernet 0 by 0. Fast Ethernet 0 by 0. Understood? Then we need to assign IP address for the fast Ethernet. Assign the IP address for the fast Ethernet. So I am going to assigning a fast Ethernet IP address here 10.0.0.1 and IP address as a subnet mask here. Because it is a class A, we are going to assign to 0.0.0.2. By the default interface in the shutdown mode, we need to activate the shutdown. Means we need to on the interface. For this one I type the no shut. No shut. Okay. Now I will check here, show IP into brief, same command. Same command. Here now assign the fast Ethernet interface. Which IP address assigned? It is 10.0.1 and status is up. Again we are going to assign the serial interface. How will you assign the serial interface? Go to the configure mode, then type interface, and type the command. What? Interface. Serial. What is the serial interface number here? What is the serial interface number here? 0, 1 by 0. We need to assign the interface. For this interface, we need to assign the IP address. serial 0 1 by 0, serial 1 by 0. Then we are going to assign IP address. We are going to assign IP address. For this one, I am going to assign IP address 20.0.0.1 at 255.0.0.0.0. Here, no shut. Again, no shut. Then Control C. Then show IP interface. What is the now? Assign the serial interface. To save this configuration, we need to type write command. It will save the configuration. Understood? Save the configuration. Understood? So now next command is to set a password for the console mode. To set the password for the console mode. Okay. Here what is the command to write here to save configuration? Write. See here what to write the configuration here. One is the write command. Another one is the write memory command. Another command is here copy running configuration, start configuration. These three commands can be used for the saving the configuration in the router. Saving the configuration in the router. Okay, let's press enter. Got it? Got it? Here if you see this, store the startup configuration. So now it is showing this. Now I assigned everything. This one. Now assigned. Got it? Now next thing is there. We are going to set a command for the access mode. We are going to set the password for the console mode. Console mode is to enter into the user mode. We need to press the password. Okay, I set the password here. To set the password for the console mode, just type the exit here. Sorry, 1 minute. Go to the configure mode. To configure, every time we need to type configure terminal. Then what is the command to set the password for the user mode or console mode? Type line console 0. Type line console 0. Enter. Again here, set the password. Set the password here. Setting the password for the user mode. Here password I am setting CCNA. Got it? Then we need to type login. Type login. Then how will you save here? Do write. For saving here, do write. Again go into the exit here. Again go into exit here from the global mode to privilege mode. Again go into the mode. Now when you type here, it is asking for the password. Now it is showing the, it is asking for the password for which mode? For the enter into the user mode. The password I am entered here. Now see here. Got it? So now I successfully set the password for which one? Console mode. Console mode. Suppose I want to set the password telnet. What is the command here? I want to set the password for telnet. Here. Again go here. Go to the configure terminal. Go to the configure terminal. What is the command here? Line AVT was 0 4. Again set the password. I am password setting as CCNA and type login and exit and type save the configuration. Right. I am set the password for the, why it is getting error? Because I am saving in the privilege mode. Privilege mode don't allow to save. So instead of that I type do right here. Now I set the password for which one? For the which one? Auxiliary for the telnet. For the telnet. I want to set a password. I want to set a password for the privilege mode. How will you set the password for privilege mode? It's okay. Set the password for the privilege mode. Here go to the configure terminal. Setting the password for the privilege mode. Setting the password for the privilege mode. Here type, what is the command here? What is the command here? Enable setting the password for the privilege mode. Okay, password, again set a password CCNA, then here exit, then save the configuration, right, then I type exit. When I type here, to enter into the user mode, it asking for password, I enter the password. So when I type enable to enter into the privilege mode, type enable. Again it asks the password, I set the password CCNA. Now hope you understand that set the password for which mode? For the privilege mode. Understood? Okay, these are some basic commands are there. So I'll just add this all commands in description. Please go to the description, try to practice this command. Okay, so hope you enjoy video. If you like my video, then please subscribe me. Okay.